Hi guys, and welcome to Excel tutorial of how to create a currency converter. This tutorial is actually at a request of one of my viewers out there, and I'll just show you his request. Okay, it's really a good tools. Kindly create this tool in Excel VBA. So that's why I'm creating this. All right, so let's start. So resets, enter whatever amount in there. Country conversion, or you can change it, you can add more countries to it. And as you can see, as soon as I click on that, guess what, it's stored right on the spreadsheet. Let's say we change that to another country, and I'm going to maybe change it from Nigerian naira to maybe Canadian dollars. Check this out and check out what's going to happen on this worksheet. There, you see that. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to take you guys straight into Excel development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. Hi guys, and welcome to Excel tutorial of a currency converter. I'm going to start by clicking on the blank workbook and right there. So I will then come right here. You see where we have the column A. Just going to enter amount there, and column B, let's enter from currency. As from the currency that we will be converting from, the next one is going to be to currency. There we go. And finally, I'm just going to enter in there maybe converted amount. There. Those are the four columns I intend to use. I'm just going to make them bold. There, you can even increase the size so that you guys can see it properly. Alright, so the next thing we want to do now is I'm going to go straight to developer tool. If you don't have a developer tool, please go to file, select options, and right there you now want to select customize ribbon. Okay, and inside the customized ribbon, all you need to do is to come here, where we have the popular command. You then need the developer to make sure it is checked, this very one, and click on OK. So you'll be able to see your developer tool right there. So click on your developer tool, and that will bring all of these menu here. The one we want is Visual Basic, this very one. Okay, or you can also press Alt F11. Look at it to open up the Visual Basic. Once the development environment is enabled, the next thing you need to do is to go straight to Insert right here, and let's select User Form. There we go. So with your user form selected, you should be able to find all your properties here. You can always come right down here, see where we have our height. Double click on the height, and let's change that to, I'm going to make that about 550. And the width, I'm going to make the width about maybe 750 as well. So let's come right down here. See underneath here, the width, make that 750. There we go. Now, the next thing you guys should do for me is you go right here. If you don't have the toolbox, there's the toolbox. If you don't have that, just click on it to get hold of the toolbox. Select the frame and just drag the frame down much until right there. There we go. And this very frame that I've just dumped right there, I'm going to get rid of the text content in there. Come straight to, that would be text, or maybe caption. Come straight to the caption and get rid of that. Now the next thing is I'm going to change the back color. So let's come right here. You should be able to see the back color. That's the back color there. Okay. So let's change that to maybe something. Yeah, this we do. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, or you can choose something else that looks a little bit light. Well, I think I will settle for the very first one. Right, so that is the back color I intend to use. Now, select this very frame again and just copy it, paste, and this is going to be for my next frame in here. I'm also going to need another one. Paste another one down here. Right. So for the very first frame, let's carry out some enhancements. So drag this down a little bit more. So I'm going to drag another frame in there. This very frame, I just let me make sure I copy the background color because I don't intend to change that background color. Paste that in here. Just drag it. There we go. You don't have to go through all this process I'm doing. The choice is yours if you want to go through that. Get rid of the caption. Just change that to converter. Yeah, converter we do. Or currency converter. Alright, you can also increase the font if you want to something a little bit more readable, maybe about 26. Okay, that's fine. There we go. So the next thing we want to do is see up here, I'm going to add a label. So let's grab hold of a label. Dump it right there. See that very label? I want it to, whatever text I have in there, I want it to be centered. So come right here. You see where we have a line? Let's change that to center. There we go. And the content that I want in it is just to be currency converter. So select the label and go to the caption of the label. We want currency converter, and let's also change the font size to something much more readable. I'm going to make that about 60. Select bold. There we go. Drag. Yeah, that'll do. So we're going to need more room. Okay, so let's add more room to the framework. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that will do. Now the next thing is this very framework here. I'm now going to change the make that bold really. Okay, now let's add another label. Come right here. We need a tool. Okay. Alright. And here I'm just gonna add amount into that. Change that to amount to be converted. And we can just copy that. If you hold on to the control, you can just click and drag. And this next one is going to be from currency. Okay, there we go. Then we have two currency here. Convert from this currency to this currency. There we go. And then next, I'm now going to enter some other components in there. The very first one I'm going to need will be the text box. Let's paste the text box here. There we go. There now. I need combo box. Drag, drop. Hold on to the control, copy this very combo box, bring it down. Very good. So let's just tidy this up a little bit. Bring it up and this up as well. Alright. That we do. Now the next thing we want to do is, you see here, let's add where we will display our output. So I'm going to grab all of these, just bang it here. And Here, I also need another label. So drag the label. This will be the label that will output my calculation and change this to currency converted or converted amount, something like that. So let's just say converted. So that's good. And here, I'm going to get rid of that. And you might as well just change the name of that very component, this very one. I'm going to change the name to LBL converted. And to make it much more visible, I will then change the border right here. You see the border style? Let's add a line around it, simple line. That is fine. There. Now, the component right underneath here, that's where I'm going to add my buttons. Add the very first one. And let's change the caption of this or convert. And after that, I'm going to increase the font, make it bold and much more readable, maybe about, let's say 36. Right, just move it that way. Okay, that's fine. So let's copy it. Hold on to your control, just click and drag. We have 2 and we have 3. Now, this one I'm going to change that to exit. And the name is going to be CMD exit. Okay, this is going to be reset. And let's change the variable name to CMD reset. And this guy right here, that's going to be known as convert. CMD convert. There we go. Okay, all of my components are now on the. Okay, now let's do one thing. You see this one here? We need to change the names of this combo box. So this very combo box will be known as CMB underscore, let's say, to currency. Yeah, that's the name of that very one. This other one is going to be known as underscore from currency. There we go. And this text box, we call that txt amount. Txt underscore amount. There. Alright, all of my components now have their respective names. Now, the next thing we want to do is to start work on code. Okay, before I start coding, I might as well just save my application. So select File, Save. So I'm going to change that to Excel underscore currency underscore converter. There we go. I will just save it straight into my resources here. Click on this save as type, drop that down, and I want to select Excel macro enable. That is the save type. Okay, make sure you select Excel macro enable. Now click on save. Here we go, it's saved. So it's now a macro system. So let's exit out and go back to our development. So I'm going to start with the very easy lines of code. Let's double click on exit and take care of that right away. So I'm just going to say dim. Dim means declare. So my variable is called I exit. So as VB message box results. There we go. And in here, let's say I exit. That is going to be equals message box. That is the message that the system is going to display for us. That's the method we're using, message box. And my message is going to be as follows. Let's say confirm if you want to exit. There. Now that that is taken care of, what method do we want to use? I want to use VB yes or no. Okay, that should appear on the button plus VB question because I'm actually asking question of my user, confirm if you want to exit. Then I'll just put the title of my project in there. And the title is going to be currency converter. There we go. And right underneath here, I'll then use conditional statement to validate the selection made. If I exit equals VB yes, then unload me. That's it, as simple as that. Unload me and just end it with end if. So if we try our program out now, let's run it and see what's going to happen. Click on run. There we go. Confirm if you want to exit. No, I don't want to exit. Yes, I do want to exit. So that is the exit taken care of. So click on this icon here to view the development environment. Now let's double click on the reset. There. On the reset, the first thing I like to do is if I reset the following. Okay, let's just reset this first. Txt amount dot text equals clear. Right. LBL convert. I believe that's the name. Converter dot. No, it's not called converter. Let's see what is the name of the label. What did I call the label? Go back in here. Okay, LBL converted. LBL converted dot caption that is equals clear. Okay, the text box is cleared, but I would also like to set focus right here. So let's say set a focus inside the text box. Dot set focus. Brilliant. We have two more that I need to reset. Okay, but these two, before I reset them, those are in the box. I'm going to have to add the following. So let's double click on the form itself. Okay, but I do need the form to initialize as follows. So you see here, let's change the events. So I'm going to select initialize. Okay, initialize, not a form click, form initialize. So with the form initialize selected, we now want to add the following. First of all, I want focus. I want the system to get focus straight on the text box. And right underneath here, I will then populate the combo box with the following. Let's say with me dot combo. This combo is called CMB from currency. I'm now going to say dot add item. And what item do I want it to add? First of all, I'm going to go for Great Britain pounds. Okay, dash Britain. That's the currency we're converting from. There we go. That's my very first one. Now the next one, you can just, I can copy this. Let's go for about 10. Paste the next one. I'm going to go for, let's say, USA dollars. So enter the name of the country as United States of America. Or maybe United States dollar. Or, yeah, that'll do. Okay. Next, I'm going to go for the EU. Let's say EU. That's the European currency. Let's make this lowercase. There we go. All right. That should be a dash in there. Okay, so those are the currency. I can even add some more. And there we go, guys. Those are the different countries. Okay, now I'm going to end this with, let's just say end with. There we go. All right, that would be for the very first combo box. So if I run it now, check this out, guys. There we go. Okay, all you just need to do is to select whatever country you want to change or convert the currency. So this one, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to leave a default conversion rate in there. Let's make that British pound sterling. So I'm going to come in here. Let me copy this first and come right down here. That would be for the second one, the second combo box. Paste that in here and just change the name of that as combo box to currency. There we go. And we are converting from British pound sterling. So let's copy down and come right here. Select this combo box and scroll right down. Look for the text box, the text, and just paste that in here. There. So if I run it now, run. Okay, that's the default value. So if I can then convert to maybe Australia, and here just enter whatever I want to convert it to. So to take care of that, we will first of all have to create a function. Okay, this, just for your information, this is the form initialize function. Okay, now this function, maybe I'll call it private function convert currency, something like that. So let's come right down here. So I'm just going to say private. So it's going to be private function. So I'm going to call that convert currency. Convert currency. There. So that's the name of my function. Now, I will then define conversion rates. So to do that, let's first of all start by declaring the following variables. Let's say dim conversion rate. So let's say dim conversion rate as object. There we go. And I will then set this object. So let's say conversion rate. Ask the system to set as follows. So we say set conversion rate equals rate object, and that is going to be first of all, let me just enter scripting dictionary in this. Okay, scripting dictionary. That's what I'm going to use for my dot dictionary. So now conversion rate dot add the very first amount that is going to be that of Great Britain. So let's just say dot add, let's say GBP. Yeah, that's the very first. And how much is that? Let's say the rate is £1. Okay, now let's go for the next one. It's going to be USA. Paste USA, that is meant to be USD, US dollars. The conversion rate, my conversion rate might be wrong, so you guys will have to go online and make sure you get the conversion rate right. So I'm just making up this. And the next one, let me go for the euro. So let's say euro is about 1.23 or whatever. I don't know. I'm just making that up. So you guys, like I said, you can always take care of that. Next one, oh, there should be a comma here. The next one, let's go for maybe Japan. JPY, comma, maybe about 151.93, something like that. Um, let's go for maybe Canada. I think the next one is not Canada, it's okay, Swiss. I think that is represented with CHF, comma, and that's going to be 1.29. Let's see. Here and we have this. So I'm just going to copy all of this. Just dump it in there. Dump it here. And copy this to replace it. It's taking me too long. Alright, now replace. There we go. That makes life easy for me. And so on. Okay. No, let's speed up things a little bit. Okay, now let's enter the cost of exchange rate in there. So this is going to be Canada. Let's make that about 1 point something dollars, 0.78. And the next one here, we can say that's 1.87. There should be a decimal in there. Now, China, 9.07. Then we have India. We'll make that about 125.12, something like that. Then Mexico 28.28, or maybe 29, whatever. Then Nigeria, yeah, that one is about 1,000 plus 1,000 plus points 6.1, something like that. Okay, that is it. That's my conversion taken care of. And right underneath here, I'm now going to create my calculation. So my calculation in this case is going to be convert currency. That is going to be equals amount. We multiply that by, let's see, multiply that by conversion rate. You see this amount, I'm going to have to enter that in my function here. So that's going to be by value. Let's say amount is going to be equals, what is amount as double, okay, and comma. Now I'm going to also enter, let's say by value again. That's going to be from currency. From currency, let's say that's going to be a string. Yeah. Then by value again, that's going to be 2, comma, paste that in there and change this one to currency. And it's going to be as double. Right. Okay, that's fine. Let's move this way so that you guys can see. All right. So back in here, let's take care of the calculation now. So I'm now going to say the rate, conversion rate, that is going to be this, grab all of this, conversion rate equals amount multiplied by, or amount multiplied by conversion rate to string to currency. Okay, and we then have to divide that by conversion rate to, no, conversion rate from this one here. There. I think that is it. That's it. That's my function. Okay. So this function won't do anything yet because I intend to call that on the button itself. Let's run that. So let's assume I call that. What I just need to do is click on that and that should display whatever country currency selected. Well guys, let me call it the end of the first part of this tutorial. The second one shouldn't be that long.